Welcome, seekers of the hidden truth, to another profound chapter of the divine echoes today. Exactly 15% of the global population carries the rare Rh negative blood type now. Their biology is so alien that a mother's body might attack her own child in the womb. Many powerful global elites share this exact same mysterious and dark genetic mutation today. Could the corrupted blood of fallen angels still be flowing within modern human veins right now? To understand this biological enigma, we must travel deep into the shadows of human history. Look closely at the strange structural anomalies hiding within these glowing human DNA strands. Modern science cannot explain where this unique genetic marker originated in human evolution. It acts as a sudden and unexplained insertion, functioning like a completely foreign life force. In secret underground boardrooms, the world's most powerful families gather in absolute silence. They trace their noble lineages back through centuries, protecting a very dark and ancient secret. Generational wealth and absolute power seem directly tied to this very specific genetic trait. Is it a mere medical coincidence, or the careful preservation of an unholy ancient bloodline? According to ancient biblical texts, the answer lies hidden in the days before the Great Flood. The book of Genesis reveals a terrifying genetic war launched against humanity's pure seed. In those days, the sons of God, known as the Watchers, descended from the heavens to Mount Hermon. These divine beings possessed a terrifying, cold beauty and an unnatural, absolute symmetry. They abandoned their sacred heavenly posts with one singular, malicious biological objective. They sought out the daughters of men, deliberately mixing divine spirit with mortal human flesh. This unholy union produced the terrifying Nephilim, a monstrous race of bloodthirsty giants. These towering abominations ravaged the ancient world, consuming everything the humans produced. Satan's grand strategy was to permanently corrupt the pure genetic code of the human race. By contaminating the bloodline, he aimed to prevent the future birth of the prophesied Messiah. The coming Savior required a perfectly pure, uncorrupted human bloodline to redeem all mankind. The Nephilim built colossal, megalithic fortresses, moving giant stones with terrifying strength. Their violent reign of terror filled the entire earth with unprecedented bloodshed and dark magic. The cries of the oppressed humans reached the high heavens, begging the Creator for deliverance. God observed that all flesh had completely corrupted its way upon the surface of the dying earth. To save the future of humanity, the Creator had to initiate a total biological reset. The Great Global Flood was not merely an act of wrath, but a necessary genetic purification. If angelic beings truly walked among us, what dark secrets did they bury in human genetics? Massive tidal waves swept across the continents, drowning the towering Nephilim in deep waters. Noah and his family were spared precisely because their specific bloodline remained unblemished. The cleansing waters receded, leaving behind the muddy ruins of the giant megalithic empires. Humanity was granted a second chance to multiply and fill the earth with a pure, clean lineage. However, the ancient scriptures contain a deeply unsettling detail that many scholars overlook. Genesis chapter 6 explicitly states the giants were on the earth in those days and also after. Somehow, the cursed genetic seed of the serpent survived the devastating waters of the flood. Centuries later, the brutal descendants of the Nephilim reappeared in the promised land of Canaan. They established pagan strongholds, worshipping demonic entities and practicing human sacrifice. King Og of Bashan stood as the last terrifying monarch of the giant Rephaim bloodline. Ancient records describe his massive iron bed, a staggering physical proof of his monstrous size. His colossal kingdom of black basalt stone cast a long, terrifying shadow over the desert sands. The Israelites faced these genetic nightmares as they fought to reclaim their sacred territories. Yet, the most famous confrontation with this ancient dark seed happened in the valley of Elah. Goliath of Gath, a massive, heavily armored champion, roared his defiance at the armies of God. He carried the physical mutations of his dark ancestors, wielding a spear like a weaver's beam. But young David stepped forward, representing the pure, faithful lineage of mortal human beings. Armed with only a simple sling and absolute faith, David faced the towering demonic hybrid. A single, perfectly aimed, smooth stone shattered the giant's skull, bringing the monster down. David severed the giant's head, symbolically crushing the serpent's seed upon the bloody earth. But theological true crime reveals that the enemy's master plan did not end in the ancient dust. Satan understood that physical brute force could no longer defeat the advancing human race. The unholy bloodline had to adapt, hiding its true nature beneath the skin of ordinary men. They traded their massive iron weapons for financial dominance and global political influence. If the Great Flood destroyed all giants, how did this dark bloodline survive to terrorize us? Today, generational witchcraft covens secretly pride themselves on preserving this exact lineage. They perform dark rituals in hidden rooms, passing the demonic DNA from generation to generation. These modern elites operate in plain sight, orchestrating global events from the deep shadows. We are no longer fighting flesh and blood, but spiritual principalities hiding within human form. Their cold, calculating eyes reveal the ancient angelic arrogance that once rebelled against God. The Rh- anomaly might be the last remaining biological echo of that fallen empire. The serpent seed constantly seeks to divide, conquer, and permanently enslave the human soul. They manipulate our science, our medicines, and our media to continue their dark genetic war. But the Creator did not abandon humanity to the subtle machinations of these hybrid overlords. The promised Messiah, Jesus Christ, arrived with a perfectly pure and uncontaminated bloodline. On the wooden cross at Golgotha, he willingly shed his divine blood to redeem the whole world. His ultimate sacrifice provided a spiritual cure that transcends any physical genetic mutation. It does not matter what specific blood type flows through your veins or who your ancestors were. The holy blood of Christ possesses the absolute power to overwrite the darkest curses in your DNA. When you accept his supreme sacrifice, your genetic past is entirely washed clean and purified. You are spiritually reborn into a royal, eternal lineage that no fallen watcher can ever corrupt. The ancient giants have fallen, and their modern descendants will ultimately face the same fate. However, humanity's dangerous obsession with tracing its hidden ancestral roots continues to grow. People desperately seek out mediums and spiritual boards, to contact their dearly departed relatives. They use Ouija boards in dark rooms, inviting unseen forces into their vulnerable, quiet homes. When your deceased loved one suddenly appears, speaking with the exact same familiar, loving voice, you might weep tears of joy, completely convinced that you have reunited with their lost soul. You are tragically mistaken. The Bible explicitly warns us about these highly deceptive spirits. That shifting shadow mimicking your mother's face is actually an ancient demonic familiar spirit. It feeds on your emotional grief, gaining legal entry to slowly destroy your entire family life. Discover how the Holy Scriptures expose the terrifying truth behind speaking with the dead. Click the link on the screen to watch our next episode and protect your home from these dark entities. The spiritual war is real, and the ancient echoes of the divine are speaking directly to you today. Stand firm in your faith and never let the hidden shadows deceive your true eternal destiny. The bloodline of faith is infinitely stronger than any corrupted genetic code of the fallen ones. Join us next time as we continue to shine the bright light of truth into the deepest darkness. Do you believe the ancient Nephilim bloodline still secretly flows within the modern global elite? Share your thoughts in the comments. Is this merely a biological myth or a dark biblical reality? Please do remember to like, share this video, and subscribe to our channel for more hidden truths.